My name is Claire Waffel and I currently live in Berlin. I grew up in Germany, but I'm of a bilingual background because my mother's from England. So I've lived half my life in London, or a bit less. I was studying there, and I started studying media studies and French. And during this time was exploring different media, really, literature, cinema, photography. And I became really interested in the photographic image. And so I studied photography in London. And I started by works of portrait photography with my grandmother. It was a person who I guess had a lot of time, but I was really interested in our relationship and translating this in photographic image and sort of incorporating architecture as well. So every week I was going to her house, and it was a great experience to, for a year, always see the same space and always, in a way, take the same photograph of us both and really develop it in that way. And I continued working with video from there, because what was lacking in the photographic image to me was text, and therefore a way of referencing other time except the time that you visually see in the camera now. And so I made a video piece. It's called Inventory, and it's about my grandmother's house and about the top floor, which she hadn't seen for 10 years. And I was fascinated that this space was physically really close to her. She lived in the same house, just couldn't go upstairs anymore. But in the time frame, it was 10 years away, really. So I think that was really a key point for me, of realizing that through a person or in a place, you can really read different time scales that used to be there, and understand what used to be there, really. At the same time, I was working as a portrait photographer for different magazines, and really liked this work very much. But slowly I started discovering that photography as a medium was, I didn't exclusively want to work with photograph, and I don't actually like the photographic image as a 2D image on the wall and to create a series. So pretty much I moved to Berlin after this, and started working with text, with installation. And I moved to Berlin precisely because at that time, and still now, it was easier to live there as an artist, for expense, and I found it a really fascinating city, because I had the impression that not everything is done there yet, like in London, and there's really room to explore and to create your own things. I think before coming to Košice and actually Slovakia for the first time, I had a very little idea of Slovakia, like many people that I know, and actually I was just checking YouTube videos on Košice, and they all were showing cathedral churches and had a certain type of music, so it didn't really help my image so much, although it was fun to watch. I think one of the things that strike me most is people's enthusiasm and such a willingness to help projects to happen. So really, compared to Berlin, where there's I don't know how many exhibitions every day, I really felt like sort of this hunger by people to make things happen and really want to support it, which I think is great. And I don't know, for me it's really hard to get one clear picture of Košice. It's partly seems like a broken city to me, the city center of, these historical beautiful buildings, and then surrounded by these panelaks. For me it makes no sense. I cannot understand how this functions as one city, and I guess I just walk within the main street, Lavna. So like I said, it seems a broken city through its history, and maybe it needs to grow together again or something, or could have more unity to it. For me it's been a great place for focusing on work and developing things, and I think there's so many, like Dom Armenia, but many other things that haven't been explored yet, whereas in Berlin I feel every corner has been tidied and documented or done away with. Here there's lots still to discover, and I really like this. maybe what I've been something I miss, I've been missing in the last months is the feeling of a big city, or usually I mainly live in big cities, and so just being able to go out pretty much at any time or have many cultural possibilities is, I would miss this if I was here for a longer time. At the same time, for 3 months it was great not having this bombardment all the time with millions of things.